Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
After floods and storms, is it safe to swim in beaches, lakes and rivers over Easter? It only took 15 minutes of swimming at Byron Bay's Belongil Beach, a week after February's devastating floods, for Jade to know something was amiss. The water looked okay, and other people convinced me it was fine, but I felt a burning sensation so got out quickly, she remembers. After a quick trip to the GP, Jade was confirmed to have an ear and vaginal infection. The doctor said the clinic was seeing significant numbers of people with ear, eye, skin and, yes, genital infections after swimming or surfing. These infections were caused by contact with polluted flood and storm water that had flowed into the sea. With rain and storms seemingly endless across Australia's east coast over the past 6 weeks, how do you know when it is safe to get back in the water? What is the deal with flood and storm water? The dirty water is coming from 2 places. First, the heavy rainfall is sending larger than usual amounts of storm water into drains and is not treated, or even necessarily even filtered, before it flows into creeks, rivers and oceans. Secondly, these creeks and rivers are then overflowing, with the floodwater inundating what is usually dry land. Both stormwater, entering drains during heavy rainfall, and floodwater, overflowing from rivers and lakes onto usually dry land, collect pollution from agriculture, urban environments and industry. Floodwater can contain hazardous substances, including raw sewage, chemicals and other contaminants, says Paul Douglas, the director of the North Coast Public Health Unit in NSW. Extreme events, like the recent floods, can cause longer-term problems for waterways. A water treatment plant in the Lismore area was damaged beyond repair during the recent floods and is now sending 4 megalitres of raw sewage each day into the area's waterways and eventually out to sea. Will I get sick if I swim? Pollution becomes diluted as flood and stormwater flows through rivers and into the sea, but the impact remains significant. Testing levels of Enterococci or E. coli bacteria is one way to check water quality. The organism is typically found in the poo of virtually all birds and mammals, including humans. While Enterococci and E. coli are not typically a health risk in and of themselves, they are a useful indicator of fecal contamination in the water, says Dr. Craig Evans from the School of Environmental and Life Sciences at the University of Newcastle. Faeces often contains other organisms that do represent a health risk. If you accidentally swallow a mouthful of water while swimming or surfing, bacterial or viral organisms in the dirty water can cause diarrhea-type illnesses. And if these organisms reach parts of the body where they don't normally belong, like ears, eyes or skin cuts, infection can set in. How do I find water quality test results? In NSW, local councils carry out water testing of rivers, harbours and oceans. The testing is usually in conjunction with Beachwatch, a Department of Planning and Environment program based on guidelines from the National Health and Medical Research Council, NHMRC. Tom McAully Rix, an environmental officer with Ballina Shire Council, explains that river or sea water is collected from popular swimming spots. Samples are taken at knee depth, sealed in 250 ml jars and popped into an esky with ice before being sent off for testing. There are several ways to report results. One popular method is a star rating based on a scale of 1 to 4. Water samples that receive 1 or 2 stars on the scale indicates an increased risk of illness for everyone. 3 stars shows an increased risk, especially for those with lower immune function, the elderly and young children. 4 stars indicates the water has safe levels of bacteria. Another method used to report water quality is a daily pollution forecast that is popular in the Greater Sydney area including the Hunter, Central Coast and Illawarra. The forecast, based on the most recent water quality test results plus recent weather, is communicated using an at-a-glance traffic light style system, rating water quality as red, amber or green. Some regions test water only during the prime swimming months of December to February. However, The recent flooding has sparked a change in the Ballina and Byron council areas where testing has restarted and expanded. Test results are not instantaneous. Analysis takes at least 24 hours and weekly testing means results need to be interpreted along with knowledge of more recent weather and other local events. There is no one-stop shop app for water quality results, unlike the myriad of options available for tide, wave and weather forecasts, so it is not always easy to find information, especially while away on holiday. Beachwatch's daily pollution forecast is available on a mobile-friendly website. Regional areas that are